Hello there. I've already prepped my face with Chiseled Face natural pre-shave gel. And there goes the cat. He's halfway in and halfway out. Here, well, okay. Cat wanted to go out. My razor is going to be this Durham Dorset razor with a curved Bakelite handle. And it takes one of these blades. It'll be on its first use. It's a Personna blade that is, well, it fits the Durham razors. And let's see, I think the cat wants back in. I'll leave the door open a little bit. And there was a blade in there. I used it once. I think it might have been used before, but I had cleaned this razor blade and all in some barbicide, so I don't think I'll die yet. So the new blade will be on its first use. My soap is going to be from First Line Shaving out of the St. Louis area, Delmar Blvd. And you can see on there, that is the loop where a lot of the streetcars used to loop back around and go back down to the city. The city limits of St. Louis are just across a line down that way, and there, for the purposes of this art anyway, you can see the outline of the Gateway Arch in downtown St. Louis in the background. I don't know if you can actually see it from the real loop or not, but they brought back a streetcar that actually goes there now. And Delmar Boulevard, that's the main street there that runs through University City. The loop is actually downtown University City, an inner ring suburb and a bedroom community. University City is an old streetcar suburb from the days when not everybody had a car. And let's see, am I missing anything here? Well, my brush, which I've already lathered somewhat, is the KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush from across the state of Missouri over in the Kansas City area. This company is no longer in business, unfortunately. And I think they were over on the Kansas side, but anything related to Kansas City tends to relate to that entire metro area, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. So I'm going to run a little bit of hot water here just to dip the brush in a little bit, because this is a bit of a pasty lather I have here. And I'm going to dip just the tip of this in there. Try to get a lather started on my face, let the water back out, and I hope you're all doing well out there. Got a lot to talk about today besides the shave, and I essentially did this shave a couple of days ago, off camera, of course, when I received the Delmar Blvd and the razor here. I may have gotten those both on the same day a couple of days ago. Decent lather here. This soap smells kind of cologne-y, kind of like a cologne, and I couldn't tell you any better than that, because I don't have the most sophisticated nose and I don't have experience with a lot of colognes. But that's the scent you're going to get off this, and it's about a 3 or 4 out of 10 for scent strength. That's not a value judgment, that's just telling you it's about a normal scent strength, maybe as high as 5, although I don't think it's necessarily filling up the room with scent, but it does get to be more as you use it here. Let me wet the razor. And I might use this, as I did mostly the first time I used it, like a single edge razor, although you can turn it around. And I think when it's like this, it might be better for going that way, going with the grain on the neck, or perhaps against the grain. We'll see what I feel like doing here, but pass number 1 with the grain. Here we go. This blade's feeling almost like the one that was in there did. This is a brand new blade, but I guess these blades can feel a little tuggy, for lack of a better way of putting it. They do the job. But they're much thicker than regular double-edged blades. They're different here. I'm going to go ahead and rinse the razor. That rinsed quickly. Let me go ahead over to the other side of my face here. Durham Dorset razor with a Personna blade that is compatible with these razors. First use on the blade, and now I have to rinse again already. But since that's going quickly, I might leave the rinsing in the video. Usually I cut it out for time purposes. Without rinsing, I'll go ahead and go above my upper lip here. Oh, and about 2 days worth of growth here. I got a close enough shave that I really didn't need to shave yesterday. And yeah, doing real good here. But I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go ahead and flip the razor over and go like this on my neck and under the chin there. Just to show that yes, this is a double-edged razor, but with a curved handle, curved Bakelite handle. The soap is still doing good, still has a nice, pleasant scent. Not too heavy of a scent, not peeling the paint off the walls. But a pleasant scent. And let's see, I'll flip the razor back over for this other side of my neck here. Now I was talking earlier about how the picture on the tub of soap, and it's the same picture that's on the Aftershave, which I also bought. Bought it online from the company, First Line Shaving in St. Louis. Actually, I think they're in the city proper. I was talking about how University City, the Loop, which is downtown University City, it's an inner ring suburb. Back in the late 1800s, I think it was, St. Louis drew a line, said, we'll never grow past this line, and they also left the county, quit being the county seat for St. Louis County, and they were not able to annex their inner ring suburbs. In fact, a small town, which kind of became an inner ring suburb, Clayton, became the county seat of St. Louis County, St. Louis being an independent city. Excuse me. Well, it was time to lather up again already for a second pass across the grain. And as I was saying, in the St. Louis area, Clayton is well, you could say it's downtown St. Louis County. It's the county seat of St. Louis County, which has over 100 municipalities all linked together, different inner and outer suburbs. And Clayton has its own skyline and tall buildings because it's as if it were downtown St. Louis County, since St. Louis made itself an independent city back in the 1800s. Across the grain we go here. And the Loop, which is downtown University City. I'll show you again which is where a lot of the streetcars used to loop around and go back to the city, down into the city. That's it right there. Delmar Boulevard being the high street or the main street of that suburb and the major street in the city itself. You'll find a lot of old historical buildings, and the loop is kind of a gentrified entertainment district now, bars and restaurants and so forth. So, and the loop is downtown University City. I have lived in some other cities, not as large as St. Louis, but other cities that annexed their streetcar suburbs years ago. Older suburbs, which were streetcar suburbs, built along major streetcar lines. Like I said before, those were built like small towns with their own central business district, a downtown area, and streetcar platforms to catch the streetcar to go down into the city and work. But the cities I've lived in, other cities I should say, they had either annexed their streetcar suburbs long ago, or areas that would be like streetcar suburbs were already areas within the city, just out on the edges of the city. But anyway, continuing here. Like if you cross the state of Missouri, go west along Interstate 70 to the western edge of the state by where the Kansas border is, Kansas City, Missouri, long ago annexed all of its streetcar suburbs, and Kansas City, Kansas across the state line is kind of a collection of a bunch of streetcar suburbs that all became the city of Kansas City, Kansas. Interesting history there. Across the river from St. Louis in Illinois, you will find East St. Louis and a collection of other cities that were probably also streetcar suburbs to St. Louis, Missouri. And that area is called the Metro East area on the Illinois side. So, I have some other things to talk about too, besides the shave, and the shave is fine. No complaints. And I think 2 days ago when I last shaved, when I last needed to shave, I had a couple of minor weepers that closed up pretty readily with some cold water that I splashed on my face after shaving. But earlier this week I experienced something I had experienced once before, and I don't deal well with these things. Another shaving group that I had been invited to some time ago, I don't know how long ago. The moderator or one of the moderators threatened me with expulsion because I had been inviting people to the group and I did not have the option. I was not given the option of giving them the questions that one is supposed to answer before one is accepted into the group. In fact, I thought that was supposed to be automatic. And Facebook had been suggesting that I invite friends and associates into the shave group, as it will with a lot of other shave groups. But it didn't give me the option of giving them those questions. And since that evidently was not automatic after I invited them, they didn't get the questions. Well, I was threatened with expulsion again. Had this happen in one other group a couple of years ago. threatened with expulsion for inviting people to the group. Excuse me, now we're going to go against the grain. Okay, now we're going to go against the grain here. I'll start in the neck this time, and I'll flip the razor over and do it this way. You see. Oops. That's not working too good. I guess I'll forget that. For some reason, that's not working too good. I think I'm okay with blade alignment, but we'll go ahead and go this way. That wasn't working too good. Flipping the razor over and using the handle curved a different way. Curved in the opposite direction. So yeah, I went ahead and quit that group, and I private messaged the fellow. I said, hey, I said, I went ahead and quit your group, and basically told him I was not given the option of inviting people automatically with them getting these questions they're supposed to answer. And he started giving me some flack, so I called him an expletive and blocked him. And then he posted that in that group I'd been thrown out of, or that I had actually exited of my own accord. And some of my friends in that group let me know that he had posted our conversation in the group. So I asked them to screenshot that, send it to me, which they did, a couple of them. And I posted it in all of my shaving groups, all 40 some odd of them, to which I'm a member. And there were a handful of groups that were upset because they said I was dragging my drama into their group. But in my other 35 some odd groups, I was given a lot of friendly support from administrators and friends of mine. In fact, I was told to feel free to invite as many people as I wanted to those groups, which I often do. I do that usually when Facebook, when I'm liking and looking at other people's shaves of the day in those groups. If Facebook pops up one of those things that wants me to invite other people to the group, I often do, and I've helped build some groups that way. But imagine getting in trouble because you invited people to a shaving group. But when you do that, yeah, it doesn't give you the option of sending along any questions that they might want them to answer before they join the group. Of course, if you're joining a shaving group, chances are you're doing it because you're interested in traditional shaving. But anyway, I would imagine that would be something that they're supposed to do on their end that should be automatic. I don't think they would have to go through all those invites and add the questions. I would think that would pop up when those people would be invited to the group. I think over a period of time, over a month or two or more, maybe over 6 months or a year, had invited something like 15 people to this group in question. So this is an interesting shave. You get the 2001: A Space Odyssey music with the cat. You get me talking about streetcar suburbs and my Facebook drama. Aren't you lucky? So yeah, that way you get not just a shave, but you get bonuses. Two days ago, using the same razor, similar blade, and most of the products I'm going to be using in this shave, I got close to a BBS shave. I have pretty much that right now. I'm going to pop out for a minute, come right back, freshly lathered down here, and it'll be pickup time. Now this may start looking a little thin, but I have not been back to the tub with the brush. I'm trying to use pretty much what's left in the brush, and I'll do something I've seen done before. Whoa, I'm really getting this everywhere now, getting it all over my shirt. But there's a little something you can do also. You can squeeze out your brush and get some more lather for your pickups that way. Let me take Mr. Towel over here. You may not be able to see this, it's off camera, but wipe that off my shirt. And let me go ahead and try to do some pickups here. I'll go ahead and drain that sink again. Just some pickups or touch-ups. By the way, there's the magical clock. Where's the cat? Hey, kitty? Where are you? I usually bring you in here for the magical clock, or I had been, but cat's out there on its own. Oh, thank you, magical clock. Okay. Crazy shave. So some of these rinses I'll cut out, others I won't. Nice shave. I don't know if it will be strictly BBS, but it's going to at least, I can tell already, it's going to at least be the upper end of a DFS shave, a darn fine shave. For a guy that has been known to drop F-bombs and things like that, I'm being very, I'm not sure what the word is, very self-censoring with what I say. Okay, I'm going to rinse the razor, rinse my face, do any more touch-ups that need done off camera. I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Say hello to Mr. Towel, won't you? Oh yeah. Cat is somewhere hiding from me. Can't say as I blame him. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. Nice shave. Very pleasant so far. I'm going to go ahead and get putting the finishing touches on the shave, then I'll do a brief recap. Here's Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel Facial Toner. That means, since it's a toner, that means it has no alcohol in it. If it had alcohol, it would say it's an astringent. That's pleasant. That's pleasant light lavender scent. And toners are supposed to be good for your face. Okay, now to go with the soap, it's the Delmar Boulevard Aftershave Splash. There's downtown University City, Missouri. There again, the loop, the streetcar loop from the old streetcar suburb. Let's see. Oh, I gotta put a little bit on the wrist too. That's pleasant, and it goes with the soap pretty well. That's nice stuff. There it is again. And finally, something a little different than I used the first time I did this shave off camera. Instead of the Star Jelly, I'm going to use the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Mysterium Serum, and this is the mentholated kind. And let's see, let me get this going here. There it is. I had to get it started. This comes out in kind of like a foam. And I think yesterday all I did was sniff it. but it's nice, kind of a mentholated, kind of a eucalyptus type scent, I guess. That might also be a good pre-shave. But I'm using it as a post-shave, like a balm. Okay, that's about it. Now, let me rinse my hands off. I'll wipe them off on the big towel here. And I'll do a brief recap, then I'll get out of here. My pre-shave off camera beforehand, the Chiseled Face Natural Pre-Shave Gel. My razor has been this Durham Dorset razor. It's a two-piece razor, I believe it is, and Bakelite handle. And here is a Durham compatible blade. That's what the wrapper looks like, made by Personna. My brush has been this KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush. My soap has been the Delmar Blvd from First Line Shave out of St. Louis area. My witch hazel has been the facial toner, the Thayers Lavender witch hazel facial toner. My aftershave was the Delmar Boulevard aftershave that goes with the soap. And finally, I finished off with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements mentholated Mysterium Serum. Very nice. Feels very nice on the face. That's it. I'm going to bomb out of here. Me and the cat wish you adieu. We hope we'll be back here next week to say hello to you again. Peace out.